Hey, good morning, my people. What's up? Hope and trust that all is going good. Today is Monday, the third day of August, 2026. It's Juve morning here in Antigua. Yes, the third day of August, 2026, and the time right now is 7:03 a.m. And I'm not in the town. I'm not in the Juve thing. Um, no, not this year. Watching this one out. I'm just looking through Facebook. I see ZDK have a live, ABS have a live, and Observer have a live. Those are the three media houses here that I'm looking at that they're carrying a live broadcast of it on Facebook. ZDK seems to be located at the intersection of Market and High Street, from what I'm seeing here. Um, Market and High Street. Let me see. That's ZDK. ABS seems to be located at the intersection of High and Temple Street. That is up there by Seco Pharmacy. I see something in pink. I don't know if it's APO. I see somebody with APO on the back on the shirt there. Man, unless a man can't see too good color wise, so it look like pink to me. There's a man going up the road right now, going up High Street, the upper part of High Street. I'm trying to see if I can see what's on the shirt. The back part have an APOA, but I can't make out the front. Can't make out the front. And that's going to be that. And then who else is there now? Who else is there? So ZDK, ABS, and I think there's a live also going from. There's a third one. There's a third one. ABS, ZD. Did I say ZDK? Observer. Observer. Might have said Observer. Or said ZDK. Did I say ZDK? Yes. Yes, I did say ZDK. ZDK is at the Market and High Street. There's three of them I saw. ZDK, ABS, and Observer. Observer. Yes, yes, Observer. Observer seemingly is located at the intersection. Ah, come on, come on, come on. At the intersection of Market and I'm just trying to not have this voice nice come true. Seems to be located at Market and Reckless Street. That seems to be the location from what I'm picking up here. Looking around at the background, there's a band passing that intersection. No, live band. See a Dominican flag on the trailer, so I'm not sure if it is I'm not sure which bass tube this is, but that is ongoing. I'm trying to see. Okay, high voltage. The trailer marker on high voltage. So that's the band high voltage. Going down Reckless Street, because as I said, this location for Observer seems to be Market and Reckless Street. So those are the three lives that I'm seeing. Persons are there enjoying themselves. That's a good thing. I do hope and trust that everyone is having clean fun and safe fun, and you're out there to enjoy yourself and not to create trouble. Let's hope and trust that the Juve goes safe for everyone who's participating, and that we'll have an incident-free Juve 2026. I'm going to be going in town maybe about 11 o'clock or so, when the crowd would have, well, Juve, I think, is going up until 10 o'clock. So I'll go in town around 11:30, when the cleaning crews will have come through and tried to do something in preparation for Monday afternoon, the troops and bands on the street for Monday afternoon. Normally, on the Monday afternoon, troops leave where they're going, they go do their little thing, enjoy themselves, and then go back to their camp. So that is something to look forward to this afternoon. And for those who will be participating, stay hydrated. Do not drink until you're drunk. Be careful out there, and let us continue to have a safe carnival, as safe as we can. So that is a situation that I'm seeing here on Facebook for the Juve. I posted a picture yesterday at around 9:07 a.m. And alongside that picture, I asked a question whether or not if anyone heard of anything from our government or any of its choir members about the story. The story was about um, Antigua and Barbuda among 4 Caribbean countries being placed on a permanent list where in order to get a visa, we have to post a bond, whether it is, I think it's 10, 15, 20. Because the story said that they would have dropped the low tier, which is 5,000, carried up to 20,000. So that's 20,000 US dollars. The article says that converts to 54,000 easy. And that would have to be posted before the interview. If you fail, the interview is refunded. And if you're successful in the interview, it is refunded to you having left the United States in a timely manner. My understanding from what's been going on, what I've been reading, is that you get a 3-month visa with a one entry, something to that effect. I suspect that that will be amended also, but that's what I think it is. No. So I posted the picture. Some of them stories, some of them media outlets ran the story. I had that picture. I posted a picture and asked whether or not you would have heard anything from our government, the Guyanese chancellor, or any of the singers. I don't know how we got on the list because it is reported that we are among the lowest. Antigua and Barbuda is among the lowest in Caribbean territories that overstay in the United States. That's what is being reported. So I guess I guess sometimes your reward for being good is not the best reward. But I suspect that there's more in the matter than the person, as our elders would say. I am convinced that. Anyway, after that post, I began seeing stories being circulated that says that our prime minister would have written to Donald Trump directly. Like the guy in his chancellor, as I said, maybe tongue dropout or maybe he's concentrating a lot on his other job. So. But the story says that our prime minister wrote directly to um to Donald Trump. In my opinion, and I'll go on record and say it. I'm sure I said it already, but I'll say it again. In my opinion, this guy and his chancellor, he's one of the reasons, in my opinion, that this country is in the position that it is today. I am of that opinion. But that's something that I'm going to discuss at another time. I'm not going to lament on that at this point in time. My friend Davery, we exchange conversation online. My friend Davery yesterday says that I have a beef with this government. I have a beef with this government. Dave, as I told you on my reply on Facebook or in my reply on Facebook, maybe it's because I was on the inside and I saw certain things, why I see the picture, the way how I see the picture today. Maybe that's the reason, Davery. Can you imagine Davery, an Antiguan born, who swore his allegiance to another country? He has never corrected me and tell me he's not an American citizen. And I know to become an American citizen, you have to swear an oath to America and his constitution. He has never corrected me that he's not a U.S. citizen. So it would mean, as we would say in local Palancia, he sell out the flag. That's what we would say in local Palancia. He sell out the flag. He has never told me or corrected me that he hasn't sold out his flag. But can you imagine Davery want to tell me, an Antiguan who have never and will never sell out my flag? I will never take an oath against Antigua and Barbuda. Beef will never ever do that. You can imagine Davery want to talk to me about Antigua. Davery and the likes want to talk to me about Antigua. Oh boy, come on, come on, come on, Dave. Come on, Davery. Some of us out here read now. So as a result of reading, we're clued in. So we see the bullshit when it is put out by this government and its singers, and we say, no way. Take that bullshit that you're putting out and eat it yourself. That's what we say. David has not a beef with no administration. That is when you know better. For me, I can't speak for nobody else. I can only speak for me. The number one priority, the number two priority, and the number three priority is Antigua and Barbuda for me. No Labour Party, no UPP, or no other political party that may come while I'm alive is my priority. Antigua and Barbuda is my priority. And any administration that I believe is not functioning in a manner best suited for Antigua and Barbuda, I will speak out. That's not a beef, Davery. That is an Antiguan who have not sworn an oath to another country and will never swear an oath to another country. Telling you that. So get that straight. All right. Now, as I said, after I made the post article, the article started turning, coming out that the Prime Minister would have written to Donald Trump. And I want to let us take a look at the final paragraph of what is reported as was said in the letter, or if they put it in their own words for the stories. Let us look at the final paragraph that's going on. By the way, I saw what I'm reading from here is something that I see the Guyanese chancellor put out. So, just so you know what I'm reading from. The last paragraph says, the government of Antigua and Barbuda remains committed. This is the Prime Minister writing to Donald Trump. That's my understanding. The government of Antigua and Barbuda remains committed to strengthening its long-standing partnership with the United States and looks forward to continued engagement with the administration on matters of mutual interest and shared security. When I read that paragraph, I smiled to myself. Well, the long-standing partnership has come back to the forefront again. I would say from utterances from our Prime Minister. Sometimes you wonder about that, but that's what is in the letter. But the part that I want to look at is the part where he says, and look forward to continuing engagement with the administration, that's the U.S. administration, on matters of mutual interest and shared security. Emphasis on shared security. Now look at my backdrop. Right? Look at my backdrop. That is a document that was put out. It's a national security strategy of the United States, November 2025. Right? That document was put out in December 2025. Or we know, August. So just going to August. So 7 months ago. There you go. Now, if the likes of the singers, like Davery, take the time to read or glance through this document, they will quickly see what is America's position as to the influence of a certain country on countries in its backyard, that is in America's backyard, and what it intends to do about what they see through their eyes. So this document tells you what is the vision of America presently as to that influence in countries in its backyard and what it intends to do about that. Right? See why I was stressing on security in the letter? Shared security. Coming on to that. Now, Dave, Dave, take a little time away now from doing hairstyle and so. Think here that's what you do. You're what I call it, hairstylist. I don't know the right word name. But take a little time away from it, Dave, and read up. Look at the document, read up, and then maybe you will understand what's going on. The reality of the situation, Dave. Maybe you might see that. Does our government really believe, that is the Antiguan government, Antigua Barbuda government, does our government really believe that what they view as their strategic interests, that is our government strategic interest, matches up with Donald Trump and his current administration interests as they see it? Referring to the influence of the country that I'm talking about and what they spoke to in this document. Our God, they really believe, our government really believe sensible people go eat the bullshit that they're putting out. Oh boy. And they wonder, and we wonder, or some of you all wonder why certain things are happening. Yeah, really? Well, one good thing, my good friend Mary Claire, may her soul rest in peace, used to say, and I would have said it publicly, it's a statement that she has made numerous times, and I agree with it 100%. Mary Claire used to say, Antiguans know when to change government. And I agree with that statement. Antiguans know when to change government. If my memory serves me correct, Donald Trump have about 2.5 years left in office. About 2.5 years left in office. And in my opinion, it will be worse for us under a J.D. Vance presidency. If J.D. Vance is successful in becoming the next president of the United States, it will be just about the same, in my opinion, under a Rubio presidency. If Rubio emerges as the candidate and next president of the United States. Point I'm making is, if any of these two persons become the next president of the United States, what we're seeing now, not going to change much. And I am reasonably convinced to myself that it will be worse under a J.D. Vance administration, in my opinion. Well, we will see if Antiguans can take pain for the next 2 years. Because if such is not the case, we are looking at the end of this government. Right here in the land that I have sworn never to take an oath against. I will never take an oath against this country. I can't say that enough times. But we will see what happens in the next 2 years. If Antigua can take the pain, if Antigans can take the pain, because it is the masses, the lower class economic wise, is going to feel it now. Is going to feel it. And that is why you see I said America, and some of them on radio chat. But for them, the children and grandchildren are here. They're over there in the US. Some of them on radio and Facebook chat where they come for carnival, jump up and enjoy themselves, and by the 10th of August, if it's so long, they're gone back. Where they gone back to? The US. Some of them talk and some on radio. Where then children they go college or university, they're not down 5 Islands. They've been in the US. So all them people outside of Antigua, living in the US, want to tell us here how we go. Well, if Antiguans here want to take the bullshit there, that is for them the business. Right? If the Antiguan, the average Antiguan here have 54,000 EC dollars to deposit with the US government in order to get a visa to go on a vacation, maybe to shop, maybe for medical issues. If that's what I want, take it. Take it. But I agree, and I said it, and I'll say it again. I agree with Miracle. Antiguans know when to change government. People continue to enjoy your Juve. What, 7:23? Another 2 hours plus to go. If you're going to go until 10 o'clock, keep safe. Monday, Tuesday, party safe, party wise. Be conscious of what's going on around you. A lot of pickpocketers, etc., is out there. So be conscious of your surroundings. Until we come together again, my people, bless up and take care.